Alright, got jacked up the end of that little phrase there. But I'll teach it to you correctly. So, this is a cool tune. What I did there was I played the bridge chords, I laid those down, because I think that's the coolest part of the song, other than that part. But we'll get into all that. So, we're going to start out, you're basically doing some cool things with like an A minor 7, a C, an F, and a G. So, you're going to have an open A, put your middle finger down on the 3rd string on the D, or 2nd fret on the D. Have the G string open. Have your index finger on the 1st fret on the B. Okay, and then we're just going to go open A, 2 on the D, open B, to 1st fret on the B. Okay, and then we're going to come back, we're going to hit D on 2, and then we're going to hammer on and pull off. Okay, and then you're going to land on the C note on 3rd fret on the A. Okay, and the muting here is the trick. You kind of got to roll your fingers over, and you got to use your right hand to kind of keep some of the notes will ring, but some of them you don't want them to ring. And so just try to keep your hand up on your tippy tips, and then just flatten it over whenever you need to mute. So you got it. There you go. Yeah, remember it. Then we're gonna put our thumb on 1. So you got, and you can let that C ring out, the 3rd fret A. Then we're gonna hit 1st fret with our thumb on the low E. Okay. And then you're gonna go thumb on 1, 3rd fret A, open G to G on the 2nd fret with your middle finger. That's the second part. So you got. And by the way, like, this is sort of adding in some of the bass. Like there's a bass going on, and then there's the guitar part. And the guitar part straight is just a. But that gets kind of boring if you're playing alone, and it sounds really cool playing to the record. You're hitting like half the bass line along with the full guitar part. So if you're wondering, that's what's going on. Okay, and after you hit, you're gonna go open D to 3 on the A. So you got. And then repeat. And now we're gonna hit our pinky on 3rd fret D string, and then open A. Okay, and that's the whole phrase there. Okay, and then it'll change, and we'll get into that. We'll do the C thing. So you're gonna have just a regular C chord, 3-2, open 1. So you're gonna go 3-2, open E, 1 on the 1st fret on B string. Okay, then we're gonna go to G, and we're gonna hit 3 on low E, 2 on the A. We're gonna have our pinky on the B string on 3, and then open G. Alright, so you got. And as you go from that C to G, take your right hand down and mute the strings out. So you get. And just do that every time. Okay, and then we're gonna go to this F. And then we're gonna have our thumb in the bass. And then you got ring and pinky on 3. Okay, and you're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1. So it's just E, A, D, A. Alright. We're gonna play a D minor chord. Just go ahead and have that fretted and ready to go. And then we're gonna go open D. So it'll be open D, G on the 2nd fret, and then hit the full chord. So you have 2, 3 on the B, 1 on the high E. together real slow. Get into that little pre-chorus part. He's just gonna go from he's gonna play this F major 7 chord where it's a 3-3 on the A and D, middle finger on 2 on the G, and you got 1 on the B, and let the high E ring. That's your major 7. Alright, so you're just gonna go from A minor to that F. Okay. So it goes A minor to the F, and it does it, I don't know, 4 times or so. And one thing you could do if you wanted to be more like Frusciante about it, when Kiedis, when his voice goes up and they're going, come up here and play an F major 7 on 8 and 10. You go 8, 10, 9, 8, or 8, 10, 8, 10, 9, 10, 8. So you could even play here. You know, whatever he's, you know. Do that under the bridge chord. That'd be cool. You go. All right. So then, so you got A to F, or you could go. And that inversion of that F major 7 is you just bar 10 on the D, G, and B. And catch 12 on the high E. So you can be like, so it's just C. I keep messing it up here. C to a regular G, to a D minor, to A minor, and C, G, then he hangs on D minor. Just back into the verse, and you can play with the melody during that. I mean, you could follow like his voice. You could just play it straight. All right, then he goes back into the verse, does that again. And then we get to the guitar solo, and I'm going to give you the chords that he's playing underneath first, because I think that's more important than the guitar solo, okay? So he's going to start out, he's going to be playing an F sharp minor, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. And he's going to go to a D major 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, open E. Okay? So we got, and he's just doing it 1, 1, just twice on each chord, and then he plays those chords together twice. And then after he does that twice, he goes to a B minor, to a D, to an A major, to an E major. So we got 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. We got 5, 7, 7, 7. And then A, we got 5, 7, 7, 6. And then the E, you got 7, 9, 9, 9. Alright, and he does that once the first go round. So he'll do. Then he goes right back to these chords again. Okay? And he does this twice again. And then he's going to play this pattern 3 times. He's going to go from the B minor, the D, A major, to the E major. He's going to do that 3 times. And after the 3rd time, he comes back to this. So it's just. Okay, then he starts singing again. And that's the whole song. So the chorus, C, G, D minor, A. Pre-chorus is just A minor, so that F major 7. Or you could do the play it that way, play it that way. And you got the bridge chords. Oh, the solo, yeah. So, might have been what you clicked on the video for in the first place. So you're going to slide up. I like the slide. Slide up to 10 on the B, and then hit 9 on the high E, and then just bend up on 11 on the G and bring it down. And repeat it again, and then he starts hitting the 11 on the G. 1, 2, 3. Hit it 3 times, and then pull off from 11 to 9 on G, and then hit 11 on the D twice. And then go 9, 11 to 9 on the G. He'll bend up, down, pull off 11 to 9, and then get 11 on the D string. So you got. Okay, and then we're going to slide in 10 again, 9, then we got 12 on the high E, and then 14 on the high E. And repeat that. And when you get to 14, bend up and down. Alright, so you got. And then we're going to start descending from 17 on the high E. 17, 16, 14, 12, 14, 12. Okay, and after you hit 12 on E that last time, you go 14 on the B, back to 12 on the E. And then when you go back to this B, get ready for your index finger, because we're going to go do a unison bend. You got 14 on the B, 16 on G. Alright, and he just does it twice. And then the 3rd time, he bends it up. It's kind of tricky. He bends it up and then, but lets off his index finger, and then grabs the pinky on 17 with the high E. I suppose you can just leave out the unison the 3rd time and just go. But he does it 3rd time. Grab your pinky on 17. Release the bend all the way down from 16, and then he'll just go yeah, that's what I think I missed that in the intro. He bends it from pre-bend down, so you bring it down, 12 on the E, 14B, 12E, back to B on 14. And then you go 12 on B, 14 on the G. Alright, so it's, you got 12 on B, 14 on the G, and then you come back to 12 on the high E. And you got 15 B, 14 B, 14 G. Alright, so all together, that whole thing is. Alright, so real slow, the whole thing. Alright, some of the phrasing, that end part's kind of tricky because he phrases it kind of weird. It's kind of like a rest in between the notes. That's everything. Just take it piece by piece, practice slow, have fun.